Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dad with a Gym. I'm Dad. This is Jim. Let's get started. So the past couple of days and about a week or so, I have not been feeling good with these workouts. Um, I've had low energy and it's really struggling. One of the biggest reasons for that is I was having some back pain. The boxing that I'd been doing was relatively new, and the newness of it had created some muscle tension in my shoulder, and I never could get that to release. That ongoing muscle tension gradually spread up and down my entire back to my neck to my sacrum, and I was basically in a lot of discomfort, if not outright pain. Wasn't sleeping well, could never get comfortable, and was rubbing camphor and tiger balm on me all the time. Um, So that was one thing. Another thing that's happened this week is that I went to my cardiologist for my annual follow up. That visit went really well. All the signs are good. Uh, Cholesterol good, LDL good, EKG good. I had a problem with my um, blood pressure, which was elevated, and because I do take blood pressure medication, there is some concern that it would still be elevated. In the questions that the doctor was going through to try to figure out what was going on with that, he asked me about if I had any pain, and I said, actually I do. I have quite a bit of back pain. Um, and he asked, what I'm doing, and I said, I'm, working out. He asked, how much weight am I lifting? And I said, I told him what I was doing, and he said, that's probably too much. Um, as we get older, maybe we want to look at higher reps, lower weight, and kind of focus on endurance and mobility. Now, it just so happens my partner's been saying that to me for years, but I took that information to heart, um, because I have not been feeling well. I have not had a good quality of life of late. I have not been progressing, and I've basically been moaning and groaning and smelling of tiger balm all the time, which is not a good way to live. So I've made a decision, starting with this workout, that I'm going to change up the my approach a little bit. I'm going to go with the lower weights, the higher reps. I'm also changing my exercises. Introduce a little novelty, um, maybe, and kind of give maybe those other forms. It's all the same muscles, but maybe give confuse them a little bit, and instead of exhausting them, just confuse them, and maybe that'll keep me progressing. And as you can see, as we're going through here, I've switched to the RDLs with fairly light RDLs, and doing the incline press with fairly light weight. I want to tell you, it feels weird. These are not exercises that I do regularly. I don't feel the muscle engagement like I do. Um, but I think it's just I'm going to practice with these. I'm going to keep doing these for a bit. Stick with the higher reps, the 10 reps per set, 4 sets, and see how that does. The other thing that I did here is I did add a band back to the for my pull-ups, and I increased the number of reps that I'm doing. So I'm trying to do 8. I'm not going to do 8 every set, but I'm trying to do 8, and so I'm like I said, wanting to try to eliminate some of those really achiness. All I really want to do is to feel comfortable in my body, to feel strong, and to be able to move, and then of course be able to enjoy life. And yesterday we went to a baseball game, and I was just uncomfortable, couldn't enjoy myself. So I'm going to turn over a new leaf and focus on that quality of life as well as the physical fitness. So get to the end of this, I felt pretty good about it. I'm glad that I make the change. I'm looking forward to as we go forward. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you maybe were able to learn from my mistakes to avoid some of these same problems in your own fitness journey. And I hope to see everybody back here again real soon. Y'all have a good evening.